Hello everyone, welcome to session 19 of Selenium training. In today's session, I am going to continue the core Java. As part of today's session, I will be explaining methods. Okay, methods in Java. So what are methods? In Java programming, the programming logic needs to be written inside methods, guys. Okay, so in Java programs, the programming logic will be written inside methods. So here you can see a diagram, right? Here is the class. Class will enclose everything. As you already know that class in Java will enclose everything, right? What will a class consist of? It will consist of variables and methods. Class will enclose variables and methods. Coming to variables, we use variables for storing the data, whereas methods we use them for writing the programming logic. Okay, let's say this is a class. Let's say this is a class. What does a class contain, guys? What does a class contain? Class will contain variables and other one is methods. Okay, where class will contain variables and methods. Yes. So coming to the variables, the purpose of variables is to store data. Okay. The purpose of variables is to variables will store data. What about methods? The purpose of variables is stored data. If the purpose of the variables is to store data, then what is the purpose of the methods? So methods are used for writing the programming logic, guys. Okay, some logic. Some logic will be programming logic can be written inside the methods, whereas data will be stored into the variables, whereas programming logic can be written into the methods. Okay, I will give an example. What actually is a programming logic? I will give an example. Okay, for this one, I will give an example. Inside class will consist of variables and methods. Variables are used for storing the data. In methods, we are going to write the programming logic. Okay, fine. Okay, now guys, now you understand variables for storing the data and methods for writing the programming logic, right? Now let me take you through few examples so that you will understand the methods in a better way. So first of all, main method. As you already saw, from the beginning of the program, I never explained about the main method, but we blindly use the main method, right? From the beginning of the Java sessions, I was using the main method blindly. We are using the main method blindly. So as I already explained in the earlier sessions, main method is a method from where the program execution will start. Okay. Okay. Inside the class, the program execution will start from the main method. Main method. Okay. Main method is a method where the program execution starts. This is the starting point of the class, guys. Okay. When you execute a class, the execution will start from the main method. When you execute a class, the execution will start from the main method. Without main method, you cannot execute a class, right? I already showed you. Earlier, I showed you like if I don't have a main method inside a class, I cannot execute the program. And if I have the main method inside the class, the program execution will start from the main method. Okay. And inside this main method, I am going to write some programming logic. Okay. Inside, as methods are used for writing the programming logic, I am going to take the example of the main method and I am going to write a programming logic inside this main method. Okay, inside this main method, I am going to write some programming logic as methods are written for the purpose of writing the programming logic. So this is an example, guys. So let me Delete this project. Right click on this project and delete. Delete completely. Right click new project, Java project, my Java project 9. Finish. Java project got created in my Eclipse IDE. Right click on this src folder, say new class, methods from demo. I gave the class name as methods demo and click on finish. So this is the class case. What does the class will contain? Class can contain the variables and methods. So any class will contain variables and methods, right? Now I am going to create a main method. Okay. Inside this class, I am going to create a main method. How to create a main method? Public static void main string array of ox. Okay. So this is a method, guys. This is a main method, right? The name of the method is main. Hence it is known as main method. In Java, the program execution will start from which method? The program execution in Java will start from the main method, guys. Okay. So when I have the main method inside this class, when I right click here, run as, I'll get the Java application using which I can run this program, right? What if I remove this and save? Right click run as. You cannot run it, guys. You see Java application is disappeared, has disappeared. You cannot run. Okay, if you have the main method only, you can execute the program, and at same time, the program execution will start from the main method. From here, it will start the execution. Okay, this is the starting point of the program. Main method is the starting point of the program. Fine. Now I'm going to demonstrate how to write programming logic inside methods. I'm going to demonstrate how to write the programming logic inside methods. Okay, here the method is nothing but the main method. Inside the main method, I am going to write, inside this main method, I am going to write some programming logic. As programming logic need to be written inside the methods. Okay, so let me write int a is equal to 6, b is equal to 5. Okay, comma c, write like this. C is equal to, also c is equal to a plus b. Very simple logic I am writing, guys, so that you can understand what actually the logic means. Print ln the sum of a and b is plus a plus b. Okay, or you can directly say c here, because I already added here c is equal to a plus b. So c will be nothing but sum of a and b is plus c. So some logic I have written, guys. This is nothing but the programming logic. Okay, you can see the example here. Let me compare whether I have written correctly or not. Yes, correct, guys. Okay, the same logic I have written. So whatever that I am highlighting on the screen now is nothing but the programming logic, guys. Okay. With this, I have written a programming logic where I will add these two numbers. Okay. I have written some programming logic where I will be adding the value stored inside the a and b. Okay. C is equal to a plus b. Some addition thing I performed and all those as part of the programming logic. And then finally I printed it. So this is how you have to write the programming logic inside the methods. Okay, in this example, main method is our method and I have written the programming logic inside the main method. Okay, so let me right click run as Java application. Okay, the sum of A and B is 11 got printed. Okay, this is how you have to write programming logic inside the methods, guys. Fine, very small example, guys. That was now. Let's focus more on the methods, guys. Let's focus more on the methods. Let me now demonstrate creating multiple methods along with the main method. Here in this example, in this particular class known as methods demo, only one method is there. What is that method, guys? Main method. But I want to create more methods. Along with this main method, I want to create few more methods. What are they? Along with this main method, I want to create few more methods so that the class will contain multiple methods. Okay. So here is the example. Try method B. Okay. So you can in Eclipse side you can actually expand and collapse a method, guys. Okay. Here main method is a method. I can expand it. I can collapse it like this. Whenever needed, I can expand also. For now, let me collapse it. Now, just for understanding, I'm just doing that, guys. You don't have to actually collapse it, okay? But just you can focus whatever I'm writing. That's the reason I'm collapsing, okay? Now I'll write public static void method A, okay? Here I'll write system dot out dot println inside method A, okay? Second method is done. Now let me create another method. Public static void method B. Very simple methods I'm creating, guys. System dot out dot println inside method B. So how many methods are there here in this class, guys? Now inside this class known as methods demo class, there are three methods. One is the main method from where the execution will start, and other are the non-main methods. That is method A and method B are normal methods. Three methods, right? Let me expand them. This is the first method. So let me expand the second method. This is the second method. Let me expand the third method. This is the third method. Okay. Like this, in a single class, you can have multiple methods like this. Along with the main method, you can have other methods also. Okay. Like this. Okay. I created multiple methods along with the main method. And all these methods are inside the class only. This main method, this method A, this method B, everything is inside the class known as, they got wrapped up inside the class, right? They got wrapped up, you can say. Main method and method B are inside this methods demo class. So let me, so what will happen? What will happen? Let's see. First I will give you a problem, then we can find a solution, guys. That will be the better way. Okay. What if I run this class? What will happen when I run this particular class known as methods demo? What will be printed, guys? Will all these print statements in different methods will be printed or not? Okay. This is a main method. Okay, right. So this is a main method and it has a print statement. This is method A and it has a print statement. This is method B and it has a print statement. When I run this program, will all the print statements inside these three methods will get printed or not? Is the question, right? Yes. So when I run this program, what will happen, guys? So right click, let's run so that you can see the problem, guys. There is a problem behind this. Okay. I have run this program. When I have run this program, let me clear and run again. Right click, run as Java application. When I run the program, only the sum of A and B is 11 got printed. The sum of A and B is 11 got printed, guys. This statement didn't get printed. This statement didn't get printed. What's the reason behind that? Okay, when I run this program, the program execution has started from the main method. Okay, what will happen? the program execution will start from here, and as this is the main method, the program execution will start from here. The A got assigned with the 6 value and B got assigned with the 5 value, and C got initial declared with integer as integer. Okay, so it can store integer values. Now C is equal to A plus B. This C is equal to A plus B. Here A has a value 6, B has a value 5. So A plus B, how much guys? 6 plus 5, 11. C got 11, number 11 got stored into the variable C. Now, this third statement will get executed. That is, all the statements are inside the main method. Now, third statement, print ln, the sum of A and B is, the sum of A and B is, up to here it got printed as it is. And when you say plus C, the value stored in the C will be printed here. The value stored in the variable C will be printed here. That is 6, that's like A plus B, that is 6 plus 5, that is 11. The sum of A and B is 11 will get printed here. So after this statement got executed and printed here, the the control will go here, guys, at the end of this main method. Okay, the control will go up this one. Okay, end of the main method. That's it, guys. It will not do any other things. Okay, it will not bother about other methods. Only main method will be executed, guys. When you run this program, only the main method will be executed. These remaining methods will be skipped, guys. They will not be executed because there is no connection in this program. This main method and these methods are not connected. When you run this program, only this main method will get executed, and the remaining methods will be skipped. That's the problem. Okay, that's the problem, guys. I expected these two also statements to be printed here, but what happened? When I run this program, only the main method got printed. Execution started from the main method and ended at the main method only. It doesn't go to this method A and method B methods. What should we do to solve this problem? So what is the solution of this problem, guys? What is the solution of this problem? The solution here is,
method calling.
yes, right. So you need to call from main method, you need to call the required methods. Whatever the statements you want to execute inside the other methods, we have to go with the method calling. Okay, we need to implement method calling, guys, so that these methods will get connected now. From main method, you can connect the method A. From main method, you can connect the method B. So when I run this program, only this got printed, but I want these methods also to be executed. So I need to implement method calling. So let me call some method. Okay, let me call method A from this main method. This is a main method, and from this main method, I want to call this method A. So how to call the method? Simply, guys, copy this method name as it is, method A, this circular bracket, open and close. Copy this and paste it here. And after pasting that, exactly, put a semicolon symbol. That's it, guys. This is nothing but the method calling statement. This is nothing but method calling statement. From the main method, using this syntax, I am calling the method A. Okay. So what will happen now? The programmation will start here. The variables A and B will get assigned with 6 and 5 values respectively, and C is equal to 11. And system.out.println, the sum of A and B is 11 will be printed. After this statement got executed, the control will go here, guys. Okay, this method A, the method calling statement, this is nothing but the method calling statement will get executed, guys. According to this method calling statement, this particular statement will call this method, guys. Okay, it will connect, this method will connect to this method. The control program execution will program execution control will go here, guys. Okay, using this method calling statement, we directly jump here. Okay, after going here, it will go inside the method. It will print inside method A this time. Okay, so after inside method A got printed into the output, the method will stop here and it will return to the again method calling. Okay, so and it will close here. This is how it happens, guys. Okay, right click, run as Java application. You see this time two print statements. One is the sum of A and B is 11 got printed, and afterwards inside method A got printed. That means the control went from here to here and then it printed here. Again it came back here and closed at the main method again. Right? Now this is how we can call. This is how we can call the methods from a method. Now let's. So far I called this particular method from the main method, right? Now I want to call the other method, method B from method A. Okay. Now this is non-main method, guys. This is main method is a main method, whereas this is normal general methods. Okay. I want to call this method B from this method A. What to do? Right? Method B. Put a semicolon. The program execution will start here. All this A, the sum of A and B is 11 will get printed. Then method A. Method A will take the control here. It will this particular call method calling statement will call this method. So the focus will go here and it will print inside method A. After printing inside method A, the method will B will this is again method calling statement, right? Remember, right? How to call the methods? How to create the method calling step? Copy this, paste it here, put a semicolon. This is nothing but the method calling statement, guys. This method calling statement will call this method B, and the control will go here and it will print inside method B here. Okay. After that, again the control will go here, and from there the control will go here and it will end. So this time all the print statements in all the methods will get printed, guys. You see, sum of A and B is 11, the inside method A, inside method B. Okay, method A it got called, inside method A got printed, and from method B it called, method B was called from method A, guys. Okay, so this time inside method B got printed. So this is how you can call methods from either main method or non-main methods. Okay.
Arun, one quick question, please.
Yeah. Ask.
Yeah. So if we like call method B also from the main method itself, like both method, method A and method B, then what will happen?
Okay. Nothing will happen. Same thing will happen actually. So you are saying that I have to remove from here. Simply put it here, right?
Right.
So what will happen in this case is the program execution will start from here. The variables will be assigned with the respective values. The operation will be performed here, and the value 11 will be stored into C now. It will get printed here. The sum of A and B is 11 will get printed. After this statement get executed, after this print statement got executed, the control will go here. So method A is a calling statement of method A, right? This is a calling statement for method A. So the control will jump from here to here. After that, this particular, as the control went here, it will print inside method A. After this method A got printed, inside method A got printed, the control will move back here, guys. Okay. The next statement of that method A. The control will come back here. After this method got called and it got printed here, again the control will go back to the method A. And then it will come to method B. This statement method B will get executed now. So this method calling statement will be executed. When it gets executed, it will take the control to method B now, and it will print inside method B. And again the control, after this inside method B got printed in the output, the control will go back. Okay, this is how the program execution will be done. So right click run as Java application. You'll see the same output, but you understood the flow, right? From main method, we are calling two methods in this case. We are not calling method B from method A. Instead, I am calling method A and method B from the main method. This is how the control flow will work. Method A, after method A is done, it will come back here. Again, method B, method will be called, and again it will come back here and close. Since there are no statement, it will close. Okay, is it clear, Abhishek?
Thanks, Arun. Yes.
Okay. So this is how you can create multiple methods inside a single class. Inside a single class, I can create multiple methods, right? And in that multiple methods, we can, from multiple methods, we can call other methods. Okay. Method calling can be performed from different methods inside the same class. Okay. Now let me demonstrate single parameterized method. Okay, single parameterized method, multiple parameterized methods, and passing arguments to those methods. Okay. So let me demonstrate that the parameterization concept. Method parameterization. This is nothing but method parameterization. Let me demonstrate. Okay. So this is a program, guys, which I am going to demonstrate. Here you can see one thing, right? Are there any parameters here? Is there anything in between this method? In method A, do you see anything between the circular brackets? No, right? In method B also, nothing is there in between the circular brackets. That means these are non-parameterized methods. There are no parameters. This method A and method B don't have any parameters. Now, guys, I am going to explain about parameterized methods. Okay, let me keep like this only. This is a main method. This is a method A which doesn't have any parameters. Now coming to the method B, I want to provide some parameters, guys. So method B, I'll say int x. Okay. So for method B, I will say int x. So what is this method now? This is non-parameterized method. There are no parameters inside this method, guys. Zero, blank, empty method. You can say empty method. This is. There's no parameters inside between this circular brackets. Coming to int x, this is one of x is a parameter, guys. Okay, x is a parameter now. So which type of parameter? It's an integer. Okay, because I declared this particular parameter of this particular method as int, so it is an integer parameter. So how many parameters are there in this method B? How many parameters are there in this method B? Only one parameter, guys. That is x. Right? This is only one parameter. That's why you can call this method as single parameterized method. Single parameterized method. So I already created a single parameterized method now. Now I will print here the value of x is this particular plus x. Okay, like this. The value of x is plus x. So a single parameterized method, it can have any x can have any value here. So the value of x is this particular x. I will be printed here. So you will soon understand more details about this method, guys. So let's go step by step. Now, guys, I already created a single parameterized method here, right? This single parameter. This method has a single parameter. Now let me create another method. So how many methods are there? Main method, method A without any parameters, method B with single parameter. Now let me create another method which can have more than one parameter. Public static void method C. Method C. Int x. Int x. You can create more than one parameters here, guys. Okay. Here you can create more than one parameters. Int A, double B, char C, string D, boolean E. Like this, guys. You can create any number of parameters. Okay. It's not restricted to one. Inside methods, you can create any number of parameters separated by comma. Here, A is a parameter which is of integer type. And in order to create another parameter, I need to provide a comma here. After that, I created another variable another parameter which is of which type? Double type. You can have like this also, guys. Int z also you can write. Okay. So int a, int z. You can have multiple parameters having multiple different or same data types. Okay. You can have multiple parameters having same or different data types like this. Fine, guys. So now this particular method has multiple parameters, more than one parameters, and of which few of them have the same data type and others have the different data types. Okay, you can write like this. Now guys, when I print this thing, I will print like this: system dot out dot println the parameters are storing a is equal to this particular plus a. Okay, this is a text case complete inside the double quotes. Whatever the text is there, that will be printed as it is. Now plus a. Again, I have to say plus b is equal to, sorry, z is equal to plus z. This particular z. Okay. Now again plus. What is the next one, guys? Next one is b. B is equal to plus b. Again plus space c is equal to plus c. This particular c. The value stored in the c will be printed here. Now plus d is equal to plus d. Again plus e is equal to plus e. Like this, guys, you can write a print statement. So whatever the values that are being passed to these parameters will be printed here. Okay, I'll come in. I will come there. Okay. For now, understand different parameters. Okay, and you can print them in the inside the methods. Fine, fine, guys. Let me save this. We are calling method A. Okay, from main method I am calling method A, guys. From main method, after this printing is done, that is the sum of A and B is 11 got printed into the output, I am calling method A. So here method A will be called, and the statement inside the method A will be printed, that is inside method A will be printed here, right? Inside method A will be printed. Now from here, I want to call method B. From method A, I want to call method B. How to call that, guys? Copy this, put a semicolon, remove this parameter. This parameter x is of which type? Integer, right? So let's pass some integer, say 9 here. Okay. Simply replace that int x with 9, guys. Some number, realistic number, method B of 9. So what will happen here, guys? So when the program control will come here, so what will happen here? When the method A calls this one, it will print inside method A and then it will call method B of 9. That is method B, and this particular 9 will pass into this variable x. So the value of x is plus x. What is this x? Nothing but this parameter, guys. So the value of x is 9 will be printed. Now from here, I want to call more than one parameterized method from the method B. How to do that? Simple. Copy this method C completely, put into this method B, put a semicolon, and here int A, I will pass 3, int Z, I will pass integer value 6, and double B, I will pass 4.69. Okay. Now char C, character value I need to pass. Char C is, I will pass this dollar symbol in single quote. Now string, I'll pass my website name, right? This is my site. So this is a sequence of characters, nothing but string. In Boolean, instead of Boolean, I'll pass true. Guys, what are these things actually? 364.69 dollar, QFox in double quotes, dollar in single quotes, true. What actually these things are, guys?
Values.
Yeah, different ways you can call. One thing is like they are literals, right? Literals or values. And here in this context of methods, you can call them as arguments. Okay, the values which are being passed from the calling method. Okay, this is a method calling statement, right? Method calling statement. So while this method C is being called, we are passing these literal values, okay, to the corresponding parameters. These values will be passed to this corresponding parameters. That is, 3 will be passed to this A when method C is called, and 6 will be passed to this Z variable. 4.69 will be passed to the variable parameter B. This particular text, string text, will be passed to this parameter D, and this true or false will be passed to the parameter E. So these are known as arguments. These are A to E are known as parameters. Okay. In case of methods, in the method calling statement, these are nothing but arguments, guys. These are nothing but the parameters. Yeah. Someone is asking something.
Arun, just one small question. So if we pass like any incorrect argument, okay,
Yeah.
if we are passing the integer value of a, but we are passing like any string
Okay.
corresponding to that particular
You
data.
will get an error. You will get an error. It should match. Okay.
Okay.
So this will result in error. Okay. So here you see it got an error. Method mismatch. So this particular method is expecting the first parameter to be an integer, but the first argument is like a string. So that is a problem. Okay. So what it will do here is when you provide the string text here, so if you try to pass some string text here, what this particular method will do is it will check for a method named method C having the string as the first parameter. Okay, which can index string as the first parameter. That particular method is not available here, right? In this particular class, there is no particular method with method C name which will index string as a first parameter. That's not there. That's why it's written in error. Again, when you change it back to 3, the error will be resolved. So these parameters, data types, and this literal values should match, guys. Okay, 3 will go. The first number 3 will be going into this variable A, is of integer. Okay, if this is integer only, this particular method will accept. Otherwise, you will get an error. 6 will go to Z. 4.69 will go to B. This particular string text will go to D, and this 2 will go to Boolean. Things should match, guys. Even you should not change the order also. For example, if I take it out from here and put it here somewhere, this will also result in an error, guys. Okay, the order should also be same. The order in which you are passing the arguments and the order in which the parameter data types are there should be same, guys. Okay, the proper order should be maintained, guys. So here from main method I am calling method A which doesn't have any parameters. So empty method calling statement this is. So it will call method A directly and it will print inside method A. And from method A, we are calling the method B. This is a method calling statement. Okay, this is a method calling statement for single parameterized methods. Okay, For the methods having the single parameters, this particular method calling statement having the integer value, because here x is the integer value and we are passing 9. Okay, this will pass this one. So this will pass. So 9 will be passed to the variable, this parameter x. Argument 9 will pass it to the variable x. Sorry, parameter x. So this is a method b. It will go to method b and 9 will be passed to x. So when I print the value of x is x, it will print 9, guys. The value of x is 9 will be printed. So first of all, this will be printed. The value, the sum of a and b is 11 will be printed. After that, method a will be called, and in the output inside method a will be printed as from till here. And now method b of 9. So method b will be called, and 9 will be argument 9 will be passed to the parameter x. And when we print the value of x is plus x, it will print 9, guys. The value of x is 9 will be printed here. After that, we are calling method C from this method B. So when we call method C, so this particular method will be called, and the 3 will be assigned to the variable A. Z will be assigned with the variable Z parameter will be assigned with the argument 6, and B parameter will be assigned with the argument 4.69, and C with dollar, and D with this string text, and E with the boolean value true. So when I say the parameters are storing a is equal to, what will be printed, guys? 3. A is equal to 3 will be printed. Z is equal to will be printed in the output, and it will print the value of this particular variable. That is, Z is nothing but 6, guys. Now B is equal to 4.69 will be printed. C is equal to dollar will be printed. D is equal to this particular string will be printed, and E is equal to this true will be printed, guys. Okay, when I run this program, you see, right click run as Java application. Sum of a and b is 11. Inside method a, the value of x is 9 got printed. And after that, the parameters are storing a is equal to 3, z is equal to 6, b is equal to 4.69, c is equal to dollar, d is equal to qfx.com is my site, and e is equal to true will be printed in the output. Okay, this is how you can work with single and multiple parameterized methods. Okay, guys. Fine. Okay. So let me demonstrate returning the values back to the calling methods. Here, what are the calling methods, guys? Main method is calling. From the main method, we are calling method A. Okay. Main method using the method calling statement is calling method A. When the control is going to method A, method A is calling method B with the help of this particular calling statement. And from method B, we are calling method C with the help of this method calling statement. Right? This is how the control is going. Okay. Now, guys, we are only calling, right? In return, we are not getting anything. When I call this, when this particular method calling statement is calling method A, the control is going in the direction like this, right? You're not getting, this particular method calling statement is not getting anything in return. Simply it is calling and it's getting executed. Simply this particular thing is calling this particular method and this is getting executed. Simply this method calling statement is calling this particular method and this particular statement is getting executed. But guys, I want to return something. Whenever some method calls this particular method, this method A should return something back to the main, the calling method. Okay, this particular method should return something to this method calling statement. We need to return something, guys. We need to return something. So for that, guys, let me demonstrate an example how you can return a value back to the calling methods. Okay. So what I will do here is, whenever whenever this particular main method calls this method A using this method calling statement, this particular method A will return the number 5. Okay, I want to return the number called 5 to the calling method. This is a method calling statement. To this statement, I need to return a number called 5. If I have to return this number 5, you see I have used a keyword called return. I have wrote a number called 5, right? So if I have to return this integer value, this void means nothing, should be replaced with int. Okay, if I have to return integer values, I have to replace this void to int, guys. Void is nothing but return type, guys. We have written the void in place of return type. So return type can be void or int. It can be anything. What based on the type of the value you are returning, you have to change this return type as. Since I am returning the integer value 5, okay, I have changed the return type of this particular method from void to int. Okay, if you go with the basic void, you will get an error here, guys. So void method cannot return a value. So the method having the void as return type cannot return an integer value. If you have to return an integer value, this particular return type void should be changed to int return type. Fine, guys. So what will happen in this case? What will happen in this case? When this particular method A is called, it will return number 5 to the method calling statement. So the program execution will start here. It will print the sum of A and B is 11 here, and this particular method calling statement will call this method. It will go inside this method. Inside method A will be printed in the output, and again method B of 9. From here, it is jumping to method B of 9. So x, the value of x is 9 will be printed, and after that it is calling method C. It went to method C, and all the values will, all the argument values will be assigned to this parameters, and in the print statement they will get printed. After this execution is done, it will go back to this calling method calling statement. From here, this particular method got called, right? So it will go back, the control will go to this statement. Since nothing is there, it will close here, and it will go back to this method B calling statement, that is method B. Okay, since nothing is there here, it will go here return 5. Okay, now it will go to return 5. So since return 5 is there, it will, this particular method will return the number 5 to this calling method of method A. That is, this method A will be returned with 5. But I am not utilizing the number 5, guys. Okay, but I am not utilizing this number 5 here. So what to do? Hover the mouse on this method A, you see int. If I don't return anything, and if I keep void, the basic thing, right? If I don't, if this method is not returning any integer value, and when I hover the mouse on this method calling statement, you see what is the return type that is coming, guys? Void. Okay, void. So void will be returned. It is saying, method is saying that if you write like this particular method is not going to return any value, and the return type will be void. This particular method will intake void, guys. Whatever the value that is written or not written will be, there is nothing, no value will be written here, guys. Void means nothing. Nothing will be returned to this method calling statement. But what if I say return 5 and I convert this return type void to int? Int means integer value, some integer value will be returned. So 5 will be returned to the calling method. So method A, hover the mouse, you see what is the return type, what is the value that is being received by this return to this method calling statement, integer. So what I will do here, since something is coming from here, I will say int x is equal to method A. Okay, system dot out dot println the value returned by method A is this particular plus x. Okay, this particular x. So what's happening here? When this method A calls this method A, This method calling statement is calling this method A. It will print inside method A. After that, it will go somewhere and come back and then return 5. Once it is returning 5, the 5 will be returned to this here, right? 5 will be returned to this method calling statement. That returned value will be stored in the variable x. Okay, when I print the variable x, it will print this number 5. The value returned by method A is 5 will be printed in the output. Okay, you can see that. Let me run this program. Right click, run as Java application. Sum of A and B is 11. Inside method, the value of x is 9. Okay. So the parameters are storing A is equal to 3, Z is equal to 6, B is equal to 4.69, C is equal to $, D is equal to this string, and E is equal to true. So whatever I documented, same manner it got printed. And after that, the value returned by the method A is 5 got printed. That means this value got returned to this calling method calling statement, and it got stored into the variable x. When you print that, it printed the value returned by the method is 5, right? The value returned by method is 5. So return nothing. When you don't return anything, let's say method B. When I call this method B, it's in taking this argument, and the parameter, this argument 9 is getting assigned to the parameter x, and when it printed, it's printing, but this particular method B is not returning anything in return to this method calling statement. This method B is not returning anything in return to this method calling statement. So that means return nothing from a method. So the methods which are not returning anything when called are known as the methods which don't return anything will have this void return type. This place is not the return type, guys. Void is in place of return type, you can say. Okay. So here, since method is returning this number 5, the return type is int data type. Based on the type of the value that you are going to return, this particular return type should be mentioned appropriately. Fine. Now let's return string value from a method, guys. Let me return a string value from a method. Let's say I'll say return the end. Okay, the end. Put a semicolon. I want to return a string literal. This is nothing but the text between the double quotes is known as string literal, right? I am trying to return some string literal to back to this calling method. So method C is being called here, and I am trying to return the string literal. But here, what is the return type? Yes, void. What should be the return type? Anyone, guys? Guys, anyone? What should be the return type?
String.
Yes, right. It should be the string class, right? String class. So when you are returning here, where does this value will go? Anyone? When I am returning this string, where does this value part will go back? From where I need to capture this, the return value? Anyone? This method C is returning the string. So where do I have to capture that value?
Method B.
Yes. How to capture?
By appending the result to another variable.
Yes. So hover the mouse on this method C. What is the value that is coming here, guys, as the return type? Return value is string type, right? Since here this method C is of string, okay, string return type. When you hover the mouse on this method C, you will get the return type as string. Okay. So say string str is equal to, you can give any name. I just use str here. You can print here if you want. System dot out dot println this particular str. Save it, guys. Right click, run as Java application. The end got printed here. You see, you can say the string text returned by method C is plus str. Okay, the string test written by the method C is plus str. Now right click, run as Java application. The string text written by method C is the end. Okay, this is nothing but string text. The end is the string text. Okay, this is how you have to, based on the type of the value you are returning, the data type, the return type value should also be the same type of the returned value. Okay, so that's about the methods, guys. That's about the methods at a high level. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear? Methods concept.
Yes, Arun.
Right. Okay, guys, that's for today. We'll meet tomorrow at the same time. Let's wrap it up for today. And in tomorrow's session, I'm going to explain class and objects followed by the arrays. Okay.
Okay, Arun. Thank you.
Thanks,
Okay.
Arun.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sarah.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Arun.
So see you tomorrow. Bye bye.